Huff, what is going on? Second time today. How was Turkey Day? Betting, how'd it go?
Long time no see for sure. How we doing, my friend? It was a pretty good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat. Happy Black Friday. We're doing a 50% off picks for this show. Oh wait, no, they're all free. This is the Pump Fake Pod, everyone. Hello. How we doing? Everyone in the chat. 8-4 today currently for my picks, with one game remaining, which is our over 159.5 with Oklahoma State Northwestern. So regardless of that hitting, we're going to be in the green. Just shy of 30 units. But if we hit this one, we'll be at 30 units. It'll be very close. So, yeah, man, it was a great day. If you tuned in the chat this morning, it was a fire day yet again. Trevor, how we doing?
Great. Packers ass kicking. Start the day was always beautiful, watching with everyone, and then led into the absolute dismantling of Providence by the Badgers basketball. It was great. My dumbass did not bet the Wisconsin parlay. I had it pulled up here, didn't bet it. I ended up by. What's that?
I said, "Oh, that just hurts my."
Yeah, I know. I left it logged in here. I just never actually bet it because I got up and then showered and went and got busy. So shout out me for that. But wasn't a bad day. I'm sitting here. I got the over in this game also, and I also have Northwestern -3.5. So sweating out these two, and that'll be that. But shout out the Bengals too for covering that 8. That was a no doubter tonight as well. So.
I don't know what that is. There was some good football games on today though, but yeah, no, I don't know what that is. I watched a lot of hoops today. I watched a little bit of the Chiefs Cowboys game, a little bit of the Packers Lions game, but started off with a fat L with Richmond, but East Carolina today, Illinois State -5.5. Easy money. TCU +13.5. Easy money.
Yeah.
Michigan State money line. Give me that lock battle cred. Wisconsin, free. Western Kentucky +8.5. Almost pissed it away in overtime after leading the entire game. St. Louis money line against Santa Clara was very fun. Hit that one. That was a late one. And then Dayton money line was a sweat as they tried to piss it away too. But Miami loses by 10. To fall just short of the 9.5. Virginia Tech, I really wasn't looking forward to their 4.5. They should not have covered. And then San Francisco money line was a dud as well in the second half. Classic San Francisco. They're a 1/2 team for sure. So, but yeah, right now sitting 8-4, maybe 8-5 or 9-4, whatever it is. But I'm confident this over will hit, and we'll be sitting at 9-4, and if not at 30 units or very close to it.
Yeah. Shout out Santa Clara. My dumbass didn't take the 1.5 for -115. I was like, I want the +105, and they lose by 1. So, shout out Santa Clara for that brutal one. But I think we'll just we'll kind of just hop into it real quick, huh? And get through this. Everyone's got they got their stuff to do. We've all had long days, but we're gonna cap some games. We're gonna get some bangers, and then we're going to skedaddle off until tomorrow. What do you say?
I'm very much down. First and foremost, before we get into that, though, we are sponsored by Rhythm, Rhythm.ai. Make sure you go to the App Store. Look up Rhythm.ai, predictive modeling. Easy as can be. You just literally look at your phone. Could have just done it at the Thanksgiving dinner table at 2 p.m. Just giving out plays to your friends for any kind of sport, football, basketball, you name it. It's that easy. Use your phone, download it, look it up. It tells you the win probability of their models. They also have models that you can build as well. So if you don't have the app, go to rhythm.com. Make sure to use PFP25 for that promo code so you can get 25% off in your first month. And make sure to hit that like button on this video as well. and hit that like and subscribe button for the Pump Fake Pod and tell your friends about it, because it was a fire day yet again. I'm up 30 units. Trevor's up more than 10 units. Elliot's up units. I mean, we're spitting fire here, and we're just coming up on the November 30th day. So pick sheet is in the description page as well, and make sure to go to that, and go to our Twitter X as well at Pump Fake Pod. So, but yeah, Trevor, let's get into it. 10:30 Eastern AM. Wow, this one's fun. VCU is laying a point against Virginia Tech. 10:30 a.m. Interesting. 3 back-to-backs. I don't know if it's available for me here. You might have beat me to it on this one. Does it say it's available on 3 books? You're on mute.
Of course I am. FanDuel, Fanatics, 365. Yeah, it's not open everywhere, but it is on.
I see it on FanDuel. Yep.
Yeah.
And 365. You're right.
9:30 in the morning, also Central. Early. This is legitimate breakfast tubes for this. This is a great time slot.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got Virginia Tech playing at a sluggish ass pace with VCU. I think this favors VCU actually. I'm gonna go with VCU on the money line here. Short money line. Probably will wait to bet this at the end of the show. I could see this maybe flipping, but I like VCU here. I think they're gonna run and gun on Virginia Tech and cause some problems. I know Virginia Tech's kind of dealing with some injuries. They just did not look really good against St. Mary's. They blew it against Colorado State almost, even though they ended up getting it done. But just looked discombobulated against St. Mary's, and I think they're not going to be ready for this high-powered offense that VCU has at 10:30 in the morning. But again, it's up in the air. Of course, is a wild card game for it, considered being 10:30 Eastern. But yeah, give me VCU for sure.
Yeah, we'll start it off with a battle. I like Virginia Tech in this one. VCU really thrives at getting points at the line and creating contact and scoring at the free throw line. Virginia Tech's really good at not fouling and giving you free throws. Early in the morning, I think this is going to be a sluggish one. 153.5 feels a bit high. I feel like this is going to be a lower scoring game. I know both teams have played here, but this is early morning basketball. They got to get up early, go to the arena. I think it's going to be really sluggish. So I like the under. I like Virginia Tech in this one. I'm not sure which way I'll attack. Sweating an under at 9:30 in the morning sounds exhilarating. So I'm gonna settle with the under in this one. So I won't take Virginia Tech, but I like that under to start the day here.
All right, so fake battle. I get it. I was 3-0 on battles today, but hey, I don't mean to be boastful or anything. But all right, come on, let's battle. But yeah, all right, you're rooting for the under. That probably favors Virginia Tech. That's even a battle, I guess. I don't mind the under, but it's tough for me to root. It's tough for me to go on that. My first bet of the day. This is not one I'm definitely not betting. Gardner Webb is playing Salle. Salle's laying 8.5. Gardner Webb is atrocious. But who is Salle to be laying 8.5? But it is Gardner Webb. I'll pick Gardner Webb plus 8.5. Absolutely not betting this. I cannot put my money on Gardner Webb. No.
Yeah, I'm with you. Not betting this game. I wouldn't lay 8.5 with Salle against Miss Valley State. Give me Gardner Webb. I ain't betting this though.
You wouldn't?
Too early in the day to be betting this.
You wouldn't? If it was Mississippi Valley State.
I don't know. It's the principle. It's the principle. Salle laying 8.5. You can't do that. Give me G-Dub. I ain't betting this though. No, thank you.
Wake Forest is laying 18.5. Over/unders 153.5. This game is a true home game in Winston-Salem. A little early, little Black Friday matinee here for Northeastern Wake Forest. Northeastern, this is their toughest opponent that they've played. They fell flat against Princeton. Otherwise, have been competitive in their losses. Wake Forest just absolutely drilled Campbell. And I don't think that they're capable of doing this 2 times in a row. We saw them 2 times against early in the season, American and Morehead State. They kind of blundered. They had a solid, decent showing out in the Bahama Mar tournament. And I think what we always see is a hot shooting Wake Forest team, and then they come out and play somewhat sluggish and just down to their competition after a dominating performance. So I'm going to go ahead and take Northeastern here. I'm going to wait to bet this, as I think Wake Forest is being absolutely bet on, as I see 19.5 on BetMGM. So I will wait to bet this to see what it gets at. If I can get even in the 20s, even more power to me. I think Northeastern pace alone can keep them within the number. Just kind of worried about their offense. I'd love a 20, but I'll wait to bet Northeastern on the spread.
Yeah, I'm with you. It would be Northeastern. Wake Forest, they just blasted Campbell, little brother. But now you got Northeastern coming in here. Wake Forest has Oklahoma and Virginia, or West Virginia, on deck. I think it's a bit of a look at. Let this number climb up. Take Northeastern. I might actually fire on this once it gets towards the morning. Once that line hopefully grows to, like you said, like around 20 or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably bet that at the end of the show. It's growing from 19.5. Looks like it's getting hit again. So yeah, 19 is fine with me if that hangs there, but 20 is just fine. I'll tell you, I'm betting those 2 games, VCU, Northeastern, definitely not Salle, and I'm definitely not betting this game either. Purdue's laying 40.5 against Eastern Illinois. Over/under is 141.5. As easy as it is to take Purdue, they constantly, with their covers, just start doing fugazi things against these low-end teams. We've seen it constantly. We saw it against Evansville. And this is Eastern Illinois. They're horrible. They just lost to 21 against Central Arkansas. Now they're going back home, at least in the vicinity. Purdue's first game back at West Lafayette after the Bahama Mar. Could see this being a letdown. I'm not betting EIU. I'll take EIU plus the points. No bets.
Yeah, EIU with the points for me too, but I'm not betting this. Purdue is coming off the MTE. Now they're back home. They've been off, sitting fat and happy for Thanksgiving. Then you got a game early in the morning against Eastern Illinois at home. Who does Purdue I have on deck? Rutgers. So they got a conference game on deck. I will be taking Eastern Illinois and not watching a second of this game, but I'm just going to let this sit until the morning. I'll just bet it at the very end. But yeah, coming off the MTE, you got conference games on deck, and it's a road conference game. I don't think they care to blast these guys. As long as Eastern Illinois can get 45 points, at least at 45, maybe 50, I think we'll be good. So let's go EIU. I'll fire on this in the morning.
You are going to bet this?
Probably. I mean, they're coming off the NTE. They have a road game at Rutgers on deck. It's just a sandwich spot. They win this game by 32. So give me Eastern Illinois in the morning.
All right, check the
page. Don't even watch it. Don't even watch it.
Page and see if I go with Trevor off the cliff. I may be down to jump into the farm animal. Check the picks page on that one, but I just Fugazi's Purdue's so Fugazi. I did bet them against Texas Tech, easiest bet of the season. Richmond 7.5 against Charlotte. Over/under is 147.5. Trevor, you love Charlotte. You didn't bet it though against Illinois State. I bet Illinois State. That was an easy win. Charlotte's back to sucking, man.
Yeah, I'm afraid you might be right. Richmond off of their first loss of the season. That was a hell of a game. Furman 9 of 21 from the line, still somehow won the game. So shout out.
They almost came back and won that game. Unbelievable.
They probably should have, considering Furman.
And I saw in the chat, I don't know who it was. I think it was the scientist, but you gotta Yeah, I mean, you see Richmond at plus 18.5, and they were a 1.5 favorite. Market's going to correct itself. Another good play. I saw them get all the way up to 16.5, 18.5, or 15.5 or something in that vicinity. I wish I took it, but I didn't. Yeah, good call out. Go Spiders.
Yep, I'll be on Richmond. I think they bounce back on this one. Charlotte, like you said, back to sucking. So give me the Spiders to bounce back here tomorrow.
Absolutely, I'm with you. Oh God. I'll tell you, if you're going to take this side, you need to take it now. UConn's laying 2.5, over-unders 155.5 against Illinois. If you're going to bet UConn, you want to bet this now, by the way. This game is in Madison Square Garden. Connecticut is basically a home game for them. Illinois, they've won against Texas Tech. They've won against but they lost some other big games, lost to Alabama. Trevor, what say you in one of the bigger games on the slate? And the fact that we get this at 12:30 is kind of awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you got some good games of VCU, Virginia Tech for breakfast, and following it up, you're going to get Illinois, UConn for lunch. It's pretty great scheduling, I must say, by the NCAA here. Instead of having to sit through EIU and Purdue to start the day, at least we get a good game or two. But yeah, this is at MSG for UConn. So basically, UConn South. Obviously, we all like that. About if you're going to bet UConn, you love taking them at home. But they're coming off Bryant. They have Kansas on deck on the road for next Tuesday. Illinois coming in off of LIU, Rio Grande Valley, Colgate. I mean, they did play Bama. That was a semi-home game, and they lost by 4. So, I mean, they're obviously going to be looking to bounce back against a UConn team here, another big game. But this is Store South. This place is always loud. Illinois still, they did beat Texas Tech at home, but they blew a 20-point lead. And then they struggled versus an Alabama team. I think they're still trying to figure out cohesiveness with this team. I know, congrats on beating Rio Grande Valley and LIU by 25 and 40 points, but you got a real team here, and this is basically a home crowd, and we've seen what UConn does at MSG. I'm taking UConn. I think they end up messing up Illinois. I'm high on Illinois. I just still think they're not quite there. Once this team figures it out and gets those rotations and everything else squared away with them, I think they'll be solid. But this is a spot I think they're kind of walking into a buzzsaw. So give me UConn laying the 2.5.
Yeah, I got to agree with you here. I'm betting UConn now, just because I foresee this number going to climb to 4 and 5 by tip tomorrow. So like I said, if you like that side, bet it now. I think the buzzsaw comment's correct. Got to agree with your cap. Connecticut's defense could really disrupt Illinois. Illinois, even in their loss to Alabama, didn't lay an egg. They were pretty competitive. They haven't laid an egg offensively yet, and I think seeing Connecticut on the grandest stage could be an issue. But this is also going to be, I think, a lot closer in the first half. This is a game Connecticut sneaks by in the final 8 minutes at Madison Square Garden, where attrition sets in for Illinois. So, yeah, give me UConn. I'm betting this now. Siena's laying 4.5 against Longwood. Over-unders 148.5. What the hell? Longwood's kind of limp.
Yeah.
Shall I say limp?
It's a good way to say it.
This game is in Washington, D.C. at Bender Arena, by the way. Where the fuck is what's Bender Arena? Is that where?
Where's the game being played?
That's not where Longwood is, right?
No, I think this is it's a neutral.
American's home court.
American, yeah. I was gonna say I've heard
American empty.
America.
Man, as much as I want to take Longwood, they've really struggled, man. They didn't show up against UMez. They didn't show up against Columbia. I feel like they can only play at home, and it's a long time till they're back at home. They play 3 straight games here in this Washington, D.C. game, but I'm going to take Siena. I think their defense is going to be an issue for Longwood. I feel like they're disciplined. They need to get a decent win, as their best win is against Brown for Jerry Mack's squad. I'm going to go with Jerry Mack here, and looks like Longwood's getting bet down a little bit. So I'm going to wait to bet this towards the end of the show. I think Siena can get down to like a 3.5. So I like Siena here. I think Longwood's really fallen flat to start the season. It's going to continue to at least at the start of this MTE.
Yeah, agree with everything you said. I like Siena. Longwood, they were what was that? They had a tough game. They played good against James Madison, but Pittsburgh, whatever, you went on the road to Pittsburgh second game of the year, got blasted. But Binghamton, you win by 8. You go to Maryland, you get Maryland, Eastern Shore at home, you lose in double overtime, and then you go to Columbia and get smoked. I think this is a spot for Siena to get things rolling and start cruising. They did lose to Bonnie and Colgate, but those games were competitive. And then they've taken care of all these other teams that they absolutely should. So this being a neutral, Longwood not looking good right now. Give me Siena minus the 4.5. I think they win comfortably tomorrow. I mean, and they shoot great free throws too, and can really score inside. So 3-ball they struggle with, but I think they're going to be able to play enough defense, rebound, and get to the free throw line enough to separate themselves. We good on this one, or you got something else?
All good. Yep. I'm waiting to bet Siena. I think you should wait too. I think you can get a better number.
Yeah. Vandy's laying 3.5 against St. Mary's. Over unders 152.5.
What the hell?
I kind of like St. Mary's. I know they lost.
Absolutely.
Yeah, both these teams have to lose eventually. I get that, but Vanderbilt, Byington traveling on a neutral here, obviously, and St. Mary's has been here. St. Mary's has looked good. They had that scare against Wichita State, but they looked pretty good today against Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech never really threatened to cover that game.
No, they kind of did. They kind of did in the final few minutes. They were right there, but yeah, it was.
It felt like a wire to wire, just St. Mary's. It was like a 10-point. I think the closest I saw was like a 8 or 7-point game. So there's that. But I think Vanderbilt's going to get that name brand. Everyone's like, "Oh, this offense is good. St. Mary's won't be able to keep up." But St. Mary's has some really good players, and you're getting Randy Bennett as a dog here. I like the St. Mary's team. I think they're good. I'm going to be taking St. Mary's at the points. I might even sprinkle a little bit of money line.
I'm with you here. I'm with you here as well. I think the only problem is that Vanderbilt can force turnovers, and St. Mary's turns the ball over kind of frequently, more than in their system and sets. But dude, St. Mary's they're going to be able to disrupt Vanderbilt. I like to go with the slower paced teams, especially catching points with Vanderbilt. I think it's no issue at all, and they're gonna finally see a stout defense that's going to cause them issues. VCU, Western Kentucky, those two teams run at absolute gun pace, and they've played UCF as their other big competition game, who also runs at a huge pace. They're going to be super disrupted by the Gales. Give me the Gales plus the points for sure.
Let's go. Gale up tomorrow.
San Francisco's laying 4.5 against Nevada.
These guys, man.
These two, I don't even want to bet for freaking how they're just freaking all the time. God.
That was tough.
They can only play one half, man. Both these teams, I feel like, can only play one half. Nevada's kind of ass. San Francisco isn't anything to write home about either, and I feel like they can't win. Like they win by like 10 points. They have at home. On a neutral, laying points. It's kind of weird. Both teams foul a good amount. I think San Francisco will win this game, though, based off their 3-pointers. Nevada can't defend the 3 at all. I'll take San Francisco laying the points, but I don't think I'm going to bet this just because I'm unaware of these two teams really, and it's a total toss-up of which team decides to show up. But I'll back the Dons here if I'm having to pick a side.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would go San Francisco, but I like the under a little bit more. You already said like both these teams only play one half. So I think, you get one good half of basketball, and overall, half this game is going to be kind of rough to watch. So I like the under. I like San Francisco too, but they can't really trust them to lay 4.5 points right now. So I'll take the under, but no bet in this game for me.
God. Monmouth is laying 4.5. Ball State over unders 139.5. Chirp, chirp. Ball State's freaking horrible. They're horrible. Lose by almost 8. Lose by 18 at Indiana State. I mean, Monmouth, they're somewhat flirty. They like the run. They like the run under King Rice. I feel like they're a more cohesive unit. I kind of hate that we have to go against my Cardinals here, but I don't think this Ball State team shows up. They randomly will if I bet against them, though. But that's good because chirp chirp. It's the Harvard of the Midwest, man. It's a tough place to get into. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's one of the best schools in the Midwest. This game is a Lafayette MTE, by the way. This game will be played in Lafayette's campus. What a stupid, weird thing. But Monmouth will prevail. I can't bet Ball State. Give me Monmouth laying the points. They're going to beat Ball State easily. They're terrible. You going to have more pride than my alma mater?
Yeah, I kind of like Nicholls, wrong one. Ball State here. I mean, like you said, it's in Lafayette. Ball State does not look good. I know Monmouth isn't like a world beater, but catching 4.5, less of a. I'll take Ball State. I'm not betting this game though.
And Daniel the Goat's right. Northwest's own Freddie Gibbs. Northwest Indiana's Freddie Gibbs. I think
Gangsta Gibbs.
He's from Gary. He played at Ball State. And in that old English song with Young Thug, he's like selling dope and robbing mama, dropped out of college. That is about Ball State, everyone. Yes, he sold dope, dropped out of Ball State, got kicked out, maybe dropped out. We'll see. We'll have him say.
He tweeted me on Twitter one time.
Oh yeah, Freddie Gibbs, he's goated. Yes, he was going to play football at Ball State, but you heard it best. Yeah, for that alone, Ball State's going to show the fuck up, actually. Give me Ball State. Why am I kidding? I mean, I can't bet against them. I mean, even if they lose by 30 to Monmouth, zero chance. This Ball State team is randomly going to show up. Chirp, chirp. If they win outright, I will personally drive to Ball State and eat the old stir fry there at this one dormitory that I was thinking of the other day. So I will personally drive up there. All my fucking taxpayers' money went to all them rebuilding it. I was sitting in asbestos-ass buildings all the fucking time. Now they got all these nice-ass buildings. Ball State's going to show up. Show how confident I am in the cap, just switching completely. Oh, Trevor. We won one Butler bet recently, and it was the last one. Butler minus 16.5 against Wright State. Over unders 153.
We know what we got to do.
This game's in Hinkle, man.
It's Black Friday though.
Dude, like 16.5?
Off of an MTE where they looked pretty damn good. Everybody's starting to talk about Butler. Butler's going to be a top team in the Big East. This team's going to contend. This team's going to compete. This is the exact moment Butler lets everybody down. And they win this game by like 4 or 5 points. It's a tight game all the way through. I think sprinkle a little bit of money line too, to be honest. Dude, I think this is going to be a tight game.
Yeah, and Wright State, they lost by 10 to California on the road, which is a tougher travel spot. not too far from Dayton to Indianapolis. Ken Palm got this as a 13-point game. I think we definitely buy in on Wright State. I think Wright State's defense could potentially disrupt Butler for sure. Butler has certainly stepped it up and whatnot. They can score a good amount of points, but I'm not worried about Wright State as well. They kind of like to slow the pace down, and I think that's going to be, again, keep them somewhat close. And yeah, Butler's going to lay an egg. Simple enough. Give me Wright State plus the points with you.
Yep. And then whenever money line pops up, I'll probably put a little dash on that personally, because again, I think it'll be real tight. Do I think they win? Probably not, but I think it's tight enough to where you're gonna be at the end of the game like, you know what, they could do it, and I'm sitting on like a fat money line price. I think there is a world where Wright State can win this game, so give me the money line, fat dog. Hofstra laying 2.5 against LaSalle, over under 141.5. Where's Hofstra? Oh,
this is in the Palestra, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was starting soon.
Hofstra's already they lost to Temple. They got to get one Philly game against LaSalle. LaSalle's definitely laid eggs completely against excuse me, teams that are matched up with them. So as much as I like bitching about Hofstra, I think we got to back Hofstra here for sure. Give me Hofstra in the Palestra, and I like a gross over here as well too. I think it's just a tad too short. I think we get this a 74 to 70, 75 to 70 as well. I think Hofstra will allow LaSalle to score, which is proven with the line. And I think this game will be a lot closer. So I like Hofstra money line, and I also like a gross over with this kind of pace. I think we see this just kind of sneak over at the end, and this game goes to 76, 70, 74, 70. So give me the over there, and then Hofstra money line as well too.
Yeah, we'll potentially battle. I like LaSalle here. I mean, LaSalle's dropped their Philly 5 games too. They've played Villanova, and now they get this home game. Well, not a home game, but pretty close home game here. So I think they show up. They can shoot free throws well. They get to the free throw line. Hofstra, they've dropped their Philly games too, but LaSalle's look all right at best. But I think this is a spot where they show up. They get to the line, they make their free throws, and they just kind of hang around and I think win this game. So give me LaSalle with the 2.5. I'm going to wait and see if I can end up getting a bigger number with LaSalle, hopefully like 3 or something. But I think LaSalle's going to be able to hang around in this game and be right there to win it late.
All right. Indiana State's laying 9.5 against Alcorn State. Over unders 148.5. This game is actually at Indiana State, I believe. Lay it, I guess. I don't know where this game is, but lay it. I'm not betting this. I can't bet Alcorn State, but that line reeks. So I think they'll be a little more competitive than people think. But I'll take Indiana State. No bets.
Yeah, I'll take Indiana State. It is Alcorn State, so no bet there. But Indiana State, what did they do today? They pulled out that game against Santa Clara. Wasn't a buzzer beater, but there was I think I saw 7 seconds left. Layup for Indiana State, and then they fought. So actually, I'm going to pivot. Give me Alcorn State. No bet. I'm not putting money on Alcorn State, but I think it's just a spot. Indiana State's a little sleepy after that game they went through today and pulled it out. So I'll take Alcorn. No bet. I'm not putting money on Alcorn State.
All right. Yep. We'll spar there.
Southern Utah's catching 9.5 against Bob Morris, over under 150.5. What say you on this one?
All right, on. Yeah, pass me over this game for sure. 'Cause I know I really want to bet the hell out of this game. Southern Utah is pretty bad. Now this is like their first like road spot where they're going kind of out east. Robert Morris just finally kind of got their groove back. They lost by 1 to Monmouth. Dominated UIC. I'll lay it with Robert Morris as well. I'm not betting this though. No chance. Southern Utah, first road spot, going out east. I think it could be a problem for Southern Utah for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bob Morris. Southern Utah played him once against Arizona State. Never want to do that again. That was horrifying. But them traveling over here, just give me Bob Morris. I have no interest in this game either. For tomorrow, this was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, maybe, but got a lot going on tomorrow, so I'm going to pick and choose ones that I actually bet that I will throw on. I can't sit around and watch hoops all day tomorrow, unfortunately. So. Bob Morris, no bet.
Well, I can tomorrow. Sorry, Trevor. Oklahoma's laying 2.5 against Marquette. Over/unders 162.5. No. I know Marquette is kind of ass. They kind of stink. But this is Marquette. They've already played in Chicago. They got their ass fucking handed to them by Indiana. They have not had a win against one of these teams yet. They took Dayton to overtime. Maryland, they just fell flat on. Now we get them as a short dog with a Porter Mosier team that can score a good amount of points, but they can't really play defense at all whatsoever. I think Marquette gets this and sneaks by. I think I'm going to bet this for sure. Marquette plus 2.5. I could see this line flipping by tomorrow. Maybe people are betting Oklahoma, but I think Marquette can figure this out, get it somewhat done against this Oklahoma team that I don't like ever betting on Porter Mosier personally. I definitely like betting on Shaka a little more as a dog, and I think we're getting a little discrepancy here with how Marquette has started off. But I'm not impressed by this Oklahoma game, so I will take Marquette in the United Center in Chicago.
Yeah, this is system play. Marquette is a dog, and like you said, similar to Wisconsin today, where they got to stew on that loss for a week. I know they played Central Michigan, but this is a real opponent again. You've lost to Indiana, you've lost to Maryland, you've lost to Dayton. You got to get one of these games. And Porter Mosier is a favorite. No, thank you. If Marquette was laying 2.5, I'd be on Oklahoma. But now we got Marquette as a dog. People are starting to sell on Marquette and buy on Oklahoma for whatever reason. And we all know how Oklahoma always ends. They just flare out. So give me Shaka as a dog here with this team who's 0-3 against P4 teams. So I think they get up and they get this one done tomorrow. I'm going to be all over Marquette in the points. Love that. Love the spot for them tomorrow.
Let's go. All right, I got one in this one. Missouri's laying 29.5. Over/unders 170.5. This is in Columbia, so it's a true game. Cleveland State's defense is awful. They allowed 91 to Loyola Chicago, Northwestern 110, Kent State 102 and 91 because they played them twice. They just let people walk in. Missouri, fastest paced offense. They've absolutely, the lowest scoring game is 83 against Minnesota, and they won by 23. So they've just been routing teams. They've been scoring a lot of points, but this just feels kind of like a spot where they kind of lay it a dud. Not saying that I'm going to back Cleveland State here, but I foresee some problems here with efficiency on Cleveland State's end. I think Missouri can handle them. Cleveland State's going to try to run at their pace. So, yeah, hence the over being very high. But I think that's way too many points for a team that just really can't score against a Missouri team where they could potentially rout them on a 30-point spread. So I think the under is going to be the play here, under 170.5. I just think it's far too many points, and I'm worried about Cleveland State even scoring even close to 70 points, which Missouri's got to score at least 100 or more for that. So I like the under here. I think that we're going to see a lack of efficient scoring like we've seen in the past, and Cleveland State just doesn't score the ball that well at all. And Rhythm does like this play as well too. A little smart signal here on the under 170.5. So that's the motivation that I needed. I'm going to go ahead and go with their model and back them and back my eye test as well. So doubling that up on the under 170.5 in the Cleveland State, Missouri.
Yeah, agree with everything you said. Cleveland State defensively is not good, which you never really want with a fast-paced team in an under. But I just think Cleveland State really struggles to score. Missouri ends up clamping down a little bit. I think Missouri wins this game like 92-58. That sounds about right, honestly. So give me Cleveland State, or I'm sorry, Missouri, and then I'll take the under. I like that under a lot. So shout out Rhythm for having a smart signal on that game too. So we love that. Give me the under. Let's rock.
And we are sweating out a Rhythm total from last night. Oklahoma State and Northwestern over 159.5 on Oklahoma State Northwestern. So it's looking good right now. It's looking pretty right on the pace. So it'll be kind of a sweat here to end the night. So let's continue riding that. And let's hope for the best here for the Pokes and Wildcats. Seattle's laying 7.5 against Texas State. Over-unders 135.5 is this game in actually Seattle.
Excuse me. Where was this game? No, Vegas. Excuse me, sorry. At the Resorts World Event Center.
Okay, well then I'm not laying it with Seattle. I'll take Texas State plus 7.5 on a neutral. I don't see Seattle blowing a team out, especially this Texas State team that's kind of picked up fire on both sides of the ball. And on a neutral, they're laying that many points. I think that's way too many points for a Texas State team that's probably even to Seattle. I think we're seeing a little bit of a, Seattle just had their big win against Stanford, so we're seeing the books show some respect here. I think Texas State, their pace, they can keep it within the number here. So I'll take Texas State plus the points.
Yeah, me too. Seattle coming off that Stanford win, they've had a week to sit on it. They're starting to feel themselves a little bit, getting a little bit of respect on a neutral here, laying 7.5. Texas State doesn't like to play incredibly fast. Neither of these two teams can turn the ball or hang on to the ball. They turn it over a lot. A 135.5 total is more fitting for a Texas State team. I think Seattle comes up flat and kind of gets punched in the mouth by Texas State. I'll be in Texas State, and I might sprinkle a little bit of a money line here. This is a nice sell high point on Seattle after that road win at Stanford.
Let's go. Illinois State's laying 4.5 against Furman. Over-unders 146.5. Trevor, what you got in this one?
Yeah, goddamn, my bad. Furman again. Illinois State. Their wins are Charlotte, Coastal, Long Beach, and then they did beat Cornell. Ohio, they lost to on the road by 4. They did lose to USC by 20, but that's USC, so is what it is. But I mean, their wins aren't that impressive. Furman is, High Point, Troy, Northern Iowa, but they did come in and they shot 9 of 21 from the free throw line today. Still found a way to get it done against Illinois State. I know they don't shoot great free throws, but they're not a 40% shooting team. They're going to improve on this tomorrow, and I think Illinois State, a little bit of name brand. They haven't looked incredibly sharp this year. I'll be on Furman again with the money line. I think they back this up and they get another big win here against a really good mid major. So give me Furman tomorrow again. Give me the 4.5 again, and I'm going to sprinkle that money line.
Yep, I'm going to continue. I'll battle you here like I did with Illinois State today, even though you didn't end up betting Charlotte, so you're feeling a little more confident. So I will end up betting Illinois State here. I think they've caught fire They got a far superior talented team to Furman, and we've seen Furman be able to stumble. I think they gave it all they got to Richmond, but we saw them go really dry. They should have definitely won that game more than by a possession where Richmond had about 3 or 4 different types of shots, and they turned the ball over a good amount when it mattered most. I think Illinois State's defense is going to be a problem, and I think Illinois State's a far superior team. So, yeah, give me Illinois State laying the points. I'll battle you here.
Let's do it.
Youngstown State's laying 14.5, over unders 149.5. Lay it. What are we doing here? Lay it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much you really have to think too much on or handicap. Chicago State's bad. Youngstown, lay that. Not going to bet this one, though. So I will be off. If you're betting it, I'll live vicariously through you on this one then, if you are.
I don't know. Get me out of here. I want to move on. Get the fuck out of here. Chicago State. Tulane's laying 9.5 against Nicholls. Over unders 150.5. This game is in New Orleans, in Tulane. Nicholls, man, they're pretty bad. They are bad.
Yeah.
0-5. Haven't been competitive. They just look like they can't score. I've watched them a good amount. I'll lay it with Tulane. I don't think I'm gonna bet this game though. I could be talked into betting Tulane though, but again, I feel like this number is kind of trappy, so I'm gonna stay away. Don't know which Nicholls team is gonna show up offensively, so yeah, probably Tulane minus 9.5. No bet.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want to bet Tulane at home. They've been really good, pretty solid, but I don't have a strong enough conviction to lead double digits, especially given some of these other games on here today. So I'm with you. I'll take Tulane, but I will lay off of this game. No, thank you. So, which means they'll win by 18 tomorrow, convincingly. So the way the cookie crumbles.
Arkansas State's laying 1.5 against North Dakota State. This is a true home game in Jonesboro, Arkansas. I see the 1.5 on DraftKings. I'm going to go ahead and take the Arkansas State money line. I think North Dakota State's better. They've been out there. They exhausted. Excuse me. I'm battling a major cold, so apologies. But North Dakota State at Jacksonville State, they dominated. They held Jacksonville State to only 43 points. And I just don't foresee North Dakota State being able to replicate that twice, and especially against a better Arkansas State team. I am worried about Arkansas State's defense is my only issue. But a home game here, give me Arkansas State on the money line against North Dakota State.
Yeah, I can't really argue that. I mean, North Dakota State was just a 5-game win streak, but it's CSUN, Southern Illinois, Jacksonville State, and then they beat 2 D2 teams. All of them at home, and then Jacksonville State was on that neutral yesterday. So they got that win. Arkansas State is, they played a tough schedule here. SMU on the road, St. Mary's on the road. Stephen F. was on the road. They got blasted in that game. They never stood a chance, but just North Dakota State, I don't know about them. Their schedule is kind of questionable. Oregon State, UC Davis got them, and then their wins are CSUN, Jacksonville State, and then I'll give it to them, Southern Illinois. But these are all home games. Now you're heading away for a true road game where your first two you lost to Oregon State, and then you lost to UC Davis by 12. I'll take Arkansas State at home. I might bet this one. I kind of like the spot for Arkansas State.
Yeah, let's bet Arkansas State. Come with us. Shout out Danny Dumbshit. And what foul for Northwestern? This is big for the over, 159.5.
I have minus 3.5. Give me to overtime. Get me to fucking overtime.
We're at wait, what do you have?
Minus 3.5 Northwestern and the over.
Nah, I picked Oklahoma State, didn't bet it, but
I thought the line was weird. I was like, I'm just gonna dive in. I don't know why Northwestern's laying 2 possessions against a really offensively talented team. So I dove in with it this morning, and it looked good for I don't know 10 minutes.
let's root for the over then. I mean, the live over under is sitting at 163.5, so we need 159.5. So it's looking good. Northwestern's going to the line to make it a 155 point total currently. I would take a miss here though, just because maybe the foul game could insist if Oklahoma State comes down and scores, but I would like a 2 possession, especially so the foul game can take this over. UNC Wilmington's laying 8.5 against Navy. Over unders 143.5. I have a cap for this one. What do you got? I want to see what you got first.
Navy got today? Yesterday. Yesterday they beat Gardner-Webb. Sweet. They've really played nobody. Wilmington, incredible cover Wednesday night for that 12.5. Just shout out Salle for the fouling. So, Wilmington staying home. Navy hasn't really played anybody when they hit the road. North Carolina, Penn State. So 2 tough teams, but
one by Martinelli. It's at 158.5, 158 right now. Northwestern's going to make it 159. So we would come on.
This is a foul game to the bitter end now. Given a 2-point game.
2 more bets.
Just please overtime, but Navy doesn't shoot threes. They're 340th in the country for 3 points attempted. They like to get to the line, but Wilmington is not a fouling defense. They have size inside. This is a major mismatch, but Navy is like one of the more cohesive units. I think they're the most experienced or one of them hanging around up there. So I'll take Wilmington minus the 8.5. I think they got a bit of a scare the other night, got it out of their way. I know they covered, but they were trailing by 6 at halftime. I think Navy's just not going to be able to shoot and hang in this game. I'll take UNCW laying the 8.5 here.
Yeah, I'm with you here as well on UNCW. I think that there'd be a problem for Navy. I think we can get a better line live, so I'll probably do this as a weight to bet piece for me. So go Seahawks though, or Sky, whatever the name is, Skyhawks. Florida's laying 9.5 against Providence. Over unders 164.5. You smell that? It smells like a redemption game for a team that got their fucking ass handed to them. And no, I'm not talking about the Friars. I'm talking about Florida. 0 chance I'm backing Providence here. You're going to bet Florida, bet this fucking number now. I'm going to lay it with Florida. They come back, get it done. Todd Golden's going to have these guys going. Condon's going to be a problem for this Friar team. Give me Florida laying it. And, I know that they only lost by 4 to TCU, but TCU was in that the entire game and exposed Florida's system and scheme. And I don't see the Friars being able to do that. So, give me Florida, chop.
Yep, it's already up to 10.5. I'm seeing. So, I'm with you. I should have bet the 9.5, but I got 10.5 Florida. This is going to be an absolute murder. Providence is so bad. They do not have athletes or shooters or anything that's going to be able to contend and hang around with Florida. I think this is similar to Wisconsin today. I think Florida just runs away with this and wins this convincingly. Give me Florida minus 9.5. Not to mention they're off the loss. So the bad loss is 13.5 point favorites. Ty Golden's going to light a fire under these guys' ass and absolutely dismantle Providence tomorrow. So Florida, smash.
Cash it over 159.5. Oklahoma State and Northwestern 9-4 day for your boy. Get the fuck out of here. Let's fucking go. 9-4. Come on now, guys. Come on. That is going to put me at 30 units on the month already. And through 28 days, 38 units on the month. I'm going to be at just above 30 units. Let's fucking go, Trevor. Let's go, dude. Hottest start I've ever had to a season. I have to give it to the conference previews for sure.
Shout out Northwestern for airballing a 3. That shit was never close. God damn.
Yep, 30.16 units added to the portfolio. That if you're a $100 bettor, you're up $3,000 and in 1 month betting with us and betting on my end. And yeah, I mean, I bet only strictly half units, so I've been stacking smaller wins. So sometimes maybe people are betting more, so it could be even more units technically. But I've been doing half units, and I don't buy the juice or anything. So let's fucking go, Trevor. 30 units. Come on. I was happy. I got hyped up about that and like hitting that in February 2 years ago. I bought myself a fucking cake. Now we got Pump Fake Pod rolling, and yeah, we're gonna keep rolling into this tomorrow. We're not fucking losing. We're not fucking losing. All right, dude. Let's keep rolling. And shout out the Rhythm play of the day. Over 159.5 cashes. Hell, 160 is gonna cash. 161 is gonna cash. 162 is gonna cash. It is gonna cash. So the over is smacking on Oklahoma State and Northwestern. So if you got in on that, let's go. And shout out Rhythm. Make sure to use PFP25 for the promo code. Virginia's laying 22.5 against Queens. Over-unders 160.5. I love Queens. You know they're my darling, but I think Virginia's going to soil them, man. They just lost to Butler. They've been able to kind of roll against some of these teams. I know Queen is a competitive foe. I like Queens. But they can go streaky at times. They lost against 20 against Villanova. I think Virginia comes back after a loss and just dismantles them. Give me Virginia laying it.
Yeah, Virginia can actually play fast and score now too. So I don't think they'll really have an issue scoring this or covering this number. But they are off an MTE, so that I'm not a huge fan of. But off a brutal loss, I think they show up at home and just pummel Queen. So I'm with you. Virginia lay it, but I'm not going to bet this one.
All right, Americans laying 6.5 against Maine. Over-unders 145.5. This is their home court MTE, and Maine frickin' sucks. I will lay it with American as well. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. We're going to go ahead and hit with American minus 6.5. Maine is god-awful. And, yeah, I know American kind of is not the same American as we saw last year, but you got to defend the land. You got to defend the land for the MTE, especially an 0-6 team going in there. Get the hell out of here. Give me American. What about you? We battling?
No, I'm going to take the under. Maine is not – a Maine game is not gone over 141 this year. 137 is the highest. 137 points is the most Maine game has scored. And I mean, 53, 65, 64, 60, 60, 47. They cannot score. I know American put up 113 and 115 against D2 schools.
This line is not true. This line is only 134.5, by the way.
Oh, what? Okay, so I was looking at 130. I was looking at the game below. My apologies on that one. 130.
It would have been an auto bet for sure, but
I was like, what the fuck?
you could take that still by riding American.
Yeah. Pick American on the side. I like the under more, but no bet now that I've lost 10 points of value on this one. $134.5. All right. Next, Charleston Southern is catching 17.5 against South Carolina. South Carolina's laying it. I believe they're back home. Where you at? Yep, they are back home here. Off of the two MTE losses, Butler and Northwestern blew both of those. So I think there's a spot they can put it on them. Charleston Southern, they're not amazing. They lost to Alabama A&M, Lindenwood. They beat the Citadel, IU, Indy, and East Carolina. Like, okay, I'll give you the East Carolina one. That's not bad, but for them. But South Carolina should fuck them up. But they do have Virginia Tech on deck, but they're both at home. So and they've had business week to stay home here. I'll lay it with South Carolina, but no bet. They just don't play like fast. They kind of like try to grind you out. So I think they could, but cover this. But I'm not gonna pay to find out tomorrow. I think there's some better spots on the board.
Yeah, absolutely better spots. I'll spar you here. I'll take Charleston Southern. No bets. I don't want to be any a part of this whatsoever. So I'll wait to take Charleston Southern at the best number, but I am not betting that. No way. No way. I don't want to find out either, Trev. Great way to phrase it. I don't want to find out myself.
Yeah,
Davidson's laying 14 against Ncaa. Little in-state rivalry. Not so rivalry maybe, but Davidson at home definitely been an issue. Ncaa is nothing. They're not horrible. They're not horrible. You know, they were our darlings, especially last year. I don't know if I want to bet this, but I think Davidson, they just drill them at home, especially after only scoring 60 in the final game of the Charleston Classic against Utah State. I'll take Davidson to just absolutely dismantle them, win by like 18 to 20 plus points. Could be talked into betting this if you're betting this, but I think I want to bet other games as well.
Yeah, don't like this enough. It would be Davidson or nothing. But this team's kind of schizo, so no bet. But it would be Davidson for me if I was forced to pick something in this game.
And shout out, let's go 16-1. But yeah, Sparty up. Let's go 16-1. Eastern Michigan. Oh my God. Oh,
dude.
Oh,
you know what to do.
Oh my God. Dude,
Eastern Michigan's off of a road win at Cincinnati.
Oh yeah. Now they're laying 13.5, but I can't fade. Dude, you're addicted to betting NJIT. It is disgusting. We need to call somebody. You love betting NJIT, but I totally do see your point.
Shit, dude, they just won at a Big East school or a Big 12 school. Yeah, they just went to a Big 12 school. Now you're going to travel home and play NJIT. No. Plug your nose. Don't even watch it. I'm betting this game. I'm not watching it. I'm going to be busy, but you cannot miss this spot. If Eastern Michigan comes out and wins by 15 or 20 again, so be it. This is the flat spot of all flat spots. Give me NJIT. Let's go, nerds. They gotta cover this 13.5. I might wait and just see what this number climbs to. Hopefully it goes up a little bit. I'm gonna wait, but yeah, there's no way in hell I'm laying Eastern Michigan off of a road Cincinnati win. No way.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go Highlanders. You can see that cap there. All right, Lafayette's laying 3.5 against Lemoyne. Over under is 153.5, and I will lay it. It is a Lafayette MTE. I'm going to go with that same cap as we did with American. I think Lemoyne is a better team than Maine personally, but they're nothing to write home about. Lafayette didn't win against Stonehill on the road. They lost Cornell at home. They played Texas and West Virginia, so they played up to competition. I'll take Lafayette laying the points as they need to get a W here at home. Give me Lafayette against Lemoyne on their MTE game.
Yeah, this game is disgusting. I will not bet this. I will take an under. Both of these teams are terrible. No bet though. No way I might get involved with this one. This is a game I get involved with on like a Friday night if these two are playing. But tomorrow, no. I got too much stuff to do and to be worrying about Lemoyne and fucking Lafayette. So no bet for me on this one. I will root for you if you do fire away.
Washington's laying 4.5 against Colorado. The over/under is 155.5. You got anything in this one?
I mean, I hate Colorado. I don't think they're good. Washington, dominant performance tonight. Colorado, yeah, they beat San Francisco, but like you said, San Fran plays one solid half ever. Now they got to go play, I think, a much better team in Washington. I don't think that's much of a hot take, but they still have to do it. But Washington has UCLA on deck on Wednesday, which scares me. And they're laying, the same number they did today, where they won by 17. I'll take Colorado just because of the spot. Both teams staying, but Washington has that UCLA game on deck. Give me Colorado. I will hate every second of this, but I will take the 4.5 with Colorado.
I'll battle you here, but I don't know if I'll bet this. I guess it's not a battle, so may bring a knife to a gunfight. I think I agree with your Cap, but Colorado randomly feisty in these kind of early season games. So yeah, give me Washington. Don't think I'll bet this though. Penn's laying 4.5 against Merrimack. Over/under is 153.5. This is a true road game or true home game. This is in the Palestra. Be a second round game. I think Penn's kind of figured it out. Merrimack, they've been really struggling this year. Definitely lost all hope after last year's team has just been depleted. Now they got Fran McCaffrey. We got some vibes as well. I will take Penn minus 4.5 against Merrimack in the Palestra. I think they get it done, win by 8 to 12 points. The number's already climbing, so I would bet this now if you like Penn as well. You laying it with me? That's all right.
No, I liked Penn when they were catching points. Now they have to lay points with a Fran McCaffrey team that doesn't play defense. I'll take Merrimack, no bet. It feels too easy for Penn. They've looked really good. 2 big wins. Now they've had a week to kind of smell themselves and puff their chest a little bit. I kind of like Merrimack. I'll take the 4.5 with Merrimack. I am not betting this game, so I will be. I'll be rooting for you with Penn. I will not bet this game, but kind of like Merrimack, but not enough to bet it. I just think we've swung from them catching 5.5 points to laying 4.5 on a neutral. This is
neutral.
Or no, this is their home floor, isn't it? Yeah, never mind. JK. I'll take Merrimack. I'm not betting this, but if you're betting Penn, I'll be rooting for you that they just fuck up Merrimack.
South Florida's catching a point against Colorado State. Over/under is 160.5. Give me the freaking Rams against a bowl here. South Florida looks like they haven't given a shit in these past 2 games. I don't think they're going to continue giving a shit. Ali Farouk-Manesh has these guys going. Colorado State's been able to play some solid defense. I like Colorado State, especially on a short line. So give me the Rams here against the Bulls. Curvier horns versus sturdier horns.
Yeah, Colorado State's look good. South Florida was in a fucking war with Western Kentucky tonight. 97-91. Great game. I ended up watching and then kind of napping throughout when I got home. So great game. But I'll lay it with you, Colorado State. This would be a big win. South Florida. Jesus, South Florida went through a war tonight. I think they're going to be a bit tired. Colorado State is starting to look good. They didn't look horrible 2 nights ago. Just didn't cover, but got it done today. I think they carried the momentum over into today. And South Florida is like kind of a bit tired. I mean, that Western Kentucky game was back and forth. Western Kentucky was responding. Never let that game get out of hand. A 6-point final does not represent how close that game was the whole way through. Western Kentucky had a good lead for a majority of that game too. So South Florida, a lot of energy exerted. Give me Colorado State and to end up pulling away in this one and win by I don't know. They'll win by 6 or 7.
Yeah, let's go Colorado State. Let's go.
Your favorite Lehigh is playing Cal State Santa Barbara. Barbs are laying 11.5 over under 148. This is on Flow Hoops. This is a catastrophe. You got Santa Barbara, LMU, overtime loss to Nevada. Then they beat Noble. Lehigh's looked horrendous, but I will say, Marist, Columbia, Rutgers, West Virginia, Houston, kind of a tough schedule to be playing there. So I get it, but I'll take Santa Barbara. I think they fuck them up. They lost their last 2 D1 games, and then they beat Noble. They go to a neutral here, but I'm not really too concerned. Lehigh has no offense anyway. They're one of the worst offensive rebounding teams in the country, one of the worst free throw shooting teams. under 30% from free throw, or I'm sorry, 3-point line. They're horrendous. I'm not saying UC Santa Barbara's defense is that great, but you have to be able to make shots, and I'm not sure Lehigh is able to do so. I think this is 11.5 for a reason. Give me Santa Barbara here to get this one done.
Yeah, Lehigh's ass. You said it best, and we're going to continue fading Lehigh. So give me the Gauchos here. I'll take the pants. Let's wear some pants here.
Let's do it.
Florida State's laying a point. This is in Tampa, Florida, against Texas A&M. Over under is 167.5. I got some bets in mind. What do you think? I think excuse me. I think we lean Florida State here. I think they're a tad better than Texas A&M. We know that Luke Lox's pace can run with buckyball. This feels like an automatic over, even though it is on a neutral site. I think the pace could absolutely just be just fine. Only worried about efficient scoring. But I think I'm going to lean Florida State here on the money line as well. And I expect a good amount of points with the pace from a Locks team and Bucky McMillan's teams.
I'm with you. Or I'm sorry, I'm not with you. I like Florida State. Sorry. I like Florida State this year. I know A&M just got
I took Florida State.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said A&M. My bad.
I said I like Florida State. I also like the over as well too. Even though it's on a neutral, expect a lot of points. But yeah, I like Florida State. I think they get it done. I think they're a better team. Luke Lock's team is better than Bucky this year.
Yeah. Then I completely agree. I'm trying to find, where was this Texas A&M? Here you are. You beat Mississippi Valley State. You scored 120, and you played Manhattan. You scored 109. These numbers are inflated for what they've been doing. They're playing nobodies. And your Bucky, they play incredibly fast and just want to score 150 points a game. So that's to be expected. But the size and length and athleticism of Florida State is going to cause major issues for Texas A&M here, especially leaving home. The one time they did leave home, they lost by 24 to Oklahoma State. So Florida State size is going to give A&M problems. Give me Florida State on the money line here.
Let's go Seminoles. Xavier's laying 15.5 against Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
I don't care personally. I don't like this Xavier team. I don't want to figure out anything with my money here. So I will take Texas A&M Corpus Christi plus the points. I don't think Xavier's figured it out, even if they've played a tad better. But I am not betting this at all.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, I'll lay with Xavier. I think they've started to find something. And if they have found something, you have to blow at A&M Corpus Christi, especially after dropping, some of these home games, and now you're back home on a Black Friday. I think they just run it up and kill Corpus Christi. So give me Xavier minus the 15.5. I may actually bet this one, to be honest. I really think this is a spot where they just kill somebody. And kind of put those demons to bed of losing some of those home games to buy games. So buy teams. So give me Xavier minus 15.5. Patino and company. After the MTE, get this route under his belt.
All right, you got the next one, my friend. Wisconsin's 5.5 against TCU. Over under is 154.5.
Yeah, this is easy. Wisconsin laid. TCU just beat Florida as 13.5-point dogs tonight. They're going to come out flat as shit. Wisconsin. They stewed on that BYU loss. I think they are not going to be overlooking and going through the motions at all. They loved the way they played tonight. They scored a bunch of points. Everybody got involved, and the defense looked great. I think TCU is better than Providence, but you also have TCU coming off of a big Florida win for Dixon and company. And then you got to turn around and play this. I know Wisconsin played the late game, but this is 4:30 in the afternoon. It's not going to be like an early tip-off where it fucks with them. So give me Wisconsin. I already laid the 5.5 with Bucky here in this one.
Yeah, there's zero chance I'm fading Wisconsin. TCU just gave it their all against Florida, and I don't think that they're going to be able to replicate that 2 nights in a row. Wisconsin's been drilling the shit out of these teams. I think Wisconsin's just a tad better too. So yeah, give me whiskey here. Idaho State's laying a point against CSUN. Over-unders 150.5. What the fuck? I'll take. This is a true home game. Yes, it is. It's in Boise. Cal State Northridge has been out there. They lost to Idaho by 14. Idaho State, they've been able to lose at home. I'll take CSUN. I'm not betting this. No way. I think CSUN, since they've been out there in Idaho, they'll be able to rally against it on the short spread here. But I'm not betting this. No way.
Yeah, I'm with you. No bet for me. It would be Idaho State or nothing, but spoiler, it will be nothing for me in this game. No real strong conviction, but I'm going to take Idaho State at home. But no way am I betting this one.
Miami's laying 4.5 against Georgetown. The over-under is 154.5. Fuck off. Georgetown's better. I don't care that they went to an overtime game. This Miami team's fugazi as hell. They run out of gas fairly quickly. They depend too much on running at pace, and I think it just runs them out of gas. And especially it's just their inside game is disruptive with Malik Renew to their offense. I don't think it blends well to the style of pace that they're running. I think Georgetown is a cohesive unit. And Malik Mack's an absolute stud. Now we see them being able to catch points. Give me Georgetown plus the points. I like the way that they played against Davidson, although they came up short, which I was happy with because I had Dayton money line. But that was a fun game to watch. Absolute great games today, by the way. But yeah, give me Georgetown plus the points here.
Yeah, I'll take Miami. Georgetown. They just lost the Iwachuku. You know what I'm saying. I just had a brain aneurysm trying to say that. Yeah, they lost him today. Dayton, they were up big. They did come back, but ultimately blew that game. So I think it was a lot of energy exerted to come back, and then you got to go to overtime, and you don't get it done. Miami coming off of the 10-point loss to BYU, they played really good. Given after what we saw them do against Florida, to come back and play BYU tough. What was big here? Georgetown, I think, is still going to try to be working out the issues without Iwachuku. But what does have me worried is Miami's 65% free throw percentage. If it comes down to the stretch where they got to make free throws, I think that could be potentially trouble. But I still think Georgetown, a lot of effort exerted today, and you lost your big man. I think it's going to take some time to adjust. So I'll lay with Miami in this one.
Ohio State's laying 5.5 in Pittsburgh. It is a true home game. Over-under is 146.5. Pittsburgh is absolutely dog shit, but I hate Ohio State, and I think they kind of suck too. I will take Pittsburgh plus 5.5. I'm worried about definitely the Pittsburgh's kind of offense. They just lost to Quinnipiac, but Quinnipiac's not a terrible team who took UCF and played pretty well in the bounce house as well. They've been able to travel a good amount. And I don't foresee Ohio State being able to walk in on an away court and go in there and just completely dominate. This is more so a bet against Ohio State. I think they're going to lay an egg. We saw them kind of almost lose to Notre Dame. And I know Pittsburgh's ass. Jeff Capel, not my favorite coach, but this just feels like a Pittsburgh spot to me with that weird number, catching that at home. So I'll take the Panthers plus 5.5.
Yeah, first true road game for Ohio State also. They've been at home this entire time. They've been playing the likes of IU Indy, Fort Wayne, App State, Western Michigan, Mount St. Mary's. They did have one game against Notre Dame. They won by 1 point. That was that Sunday morning game. Now you're going to hit the road to play Pittsburgh. Yes, I don't think Pittsburgh's great, but you got Pittsburgh coming in off back-to-back losses, not to mention the Quinnipiac home loss. Pittsburgh is going to win this game outright. Give me the 5.5 with Pittsburgh. I will be betting this one. I think it's a spot they get up, show out, and get it done. If if Pittsburgh can't win this one and they lose again, they got some issues. They got problems.
Make a phone call for sure. If I were you, Pittsburgh,
This is a foxhole spot, as Moneyline Mac would say. Give me. I hate to use his saying when I'm backing Pittsburgh, but give me Pittsburgh here plus 5.5. I don't hate them as a money line piece either. I might do a little fun 2 or 3 team dog money line
plus
piece.
250, close to plus 250. It's worth it. Plus 250
for a home game, and you got Ohio State's first ever road game.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Off a lot, bad loss too.
Yeah,
DePaul's laying a point against Georgia Tech. Over unders 145.5. I think DePaul's better. This is a neutral site game. This is a total toss-up. Which crap do you want? It's either pick which kind of shit you want to eat, I guess. And the shit I will eat is going to be DePaul. I will not bet this, though, because of the volatility of both of these teams. Give me DePaul. I think they're just a tad better than Georgia Tech. No bet.
DePaul laying points against a Power 4 team. When's the last time that actually happened? I will lay it with excuse me. I will take the money line with DePaul. I think they get this done. I like Chris Holtman way better than
Stoudemire.
shit. Who's Stoudemire? Thank you. I was thinking passing. I was like, it's not face shield. For who came in after.
Are you going to bet DePaul?
Yeah, I'm gonna take DePaul on the money line.
I'll bet DePaul money line with you since I like DePaul. If you're going to bet it, I'll bet it. But I wasn't going to bet it. If you're betting,
I don't have money lines. It's not open in this one, and it's -1 here. So I'm just gonna lay the -1 with DePaul.
All right, I'm in. Let's go.
Let's go, Blue Demons, baby.
Wichita State's laying 4.5. Over unders 154.5 against Western Kentucky. What do you got in this one, Trevor?
Western Kentucky, yeah, off of that game. Arguably, they probably should have won against South Florida today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, but I will say I'm impressed with Western Kentucky. You played Vanderbilt, and you should have beat South Florida today. They played really tough, but now you got to go play a Wichita State team who's lost the same areas, Colorado State. Western Kentucky has gone through the ringer playing both of these teams tough. I think they run out of gas. I'm going to take Wichita State laying the 4.5 tomorrow. I think they're just better suited for these 3 games back to back. And Western Kentucky, props to the Hilltoppers, played really tough. But I think tomorrow is just going to be a no contest. I think Wichita State runs away with it. So give me Wichita State laying the 4.5. Unfortunately, sorry, Western Kentucky. Love the run, or toughness, but I think tomorrow you just fall flat.
Yeah, I have to agree with you here. I like Western Kentucky. We've taken them as bigger dogs, 8.5, 17.5 against Vanderbilt, and they've played super tough. They definitely made their run, but I think they fall short, and just the gas pedal just falls off a little bit. SMU's laying a point against Mississippi State. Over unders 164.5. I will take Mississippi State on the money line. I think I am worried about their defense. They, offensively, they're kind of a one-man isolation show. But SMU 7-0. Now they're going into Starkville, getting a little respect on the books. This just feels like a Mississippi State get-right spot against a 7-0 team against SMU. I'll take Mississippi State on the money line in Starkville.
Yeah, home dog, Mississippi State home. Give it to me, Chris Jans and company. I know Mississippi State's basically just a one-man show with Josh Hubbard and company here, but you can't keep dropping all these games. Like Kansas State, New Mexico, Iowa, Iowa State all lost, and then they they almost lost to New Orleans at home here, which you could argue, they played a neutral and a back-to-back Thursday, Friday, then you travel home to play Monday, and then you got SMU here as an ultimate sandwich spot for New Orleans. I think Mississippi State got their scare. I think they've been getting ready for SMU, and they kind of just overlooked New Orleans a little bit, which was a wrong move because we've seen them go in and knock off a big dog in TCU. So I think Mississippi State's ready. I think they're focused. I think they win this game outright. But based on being scarred tonight with Santa Clara on that money line, I will take the +1.5 Mississippi State. Mississippi State plus 1.5. Thank you. All right. St. Louis laying 4.5 against the Trees of Stanford. Over under 158.5. St. Louis got lucky tonight. Not really a buzzer beater, but 7 seconds left. They hit the game-winning shot. I think they come out a little flat. And did Stanford just lose, if I do remember correct? Oh no, they played Minnesota today. That's right, you dumbass. They played tonight and got the win there. So St. Louis max effort game against Santa Clara to come back and win. They have not lost yet this year. They're coming in undefeated. Stanford, tough loss to Seattle at home. Get the dub today. I think they get a big win tomorrow. I'll take Stanford with the points, but not going to bet this. Probably not, I should say. Maybe I will. We'll see how I'm feeling. It is a later night game, so maybe I want some action down.
I will battle you here. I think St. Louis is a fun team. I think they're flat out better than Stanford, and they're going to keep this momentum riding high. And I'll take St. Louis against the Trees. Clemson is laying 28.5. Over/unders 141.5. This is Clemson at home. Alabama A&M is awful. I watched them against IU. They ran no sets whatsoever. They just looked like they didn't know what they were doing. Clemson's been drilling the shit out of these teams. I'll lay it with Clemson.
Yeah, I'm with you. Lay it, no bet though. I don't want to lay 28.5 with this team. Alabama A&M does have some athletes, and this is a team that basically transferred, 3, 4, 5 guys from Grambling that came with the coach. And Grambling was feisty last year, so I could see them hanging around, popping up, and losing this game by 18. But no bet. But it'll be Clemson or nothing for me. Dentists are laying 5.5 against the Great Danes of Albany. Over under 145.5. Huff, you want to lay 5.5 with some dentists tomorrow?
I mean, I kind of do. I think Albany. I mean, it is a road game, and this game is in Quebec, Canada. Actually, at the Place Bell. It's a neutral site game. I think Colgate gets it right. I know that this automatic lay spot with Colgate has not been very kind, but this is Albany, where their defense is lackluster. They lost by 10 to Siena. They got killed by Rhode Island and UMass. So I think, let's lay it with Colgate for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this will be Colgate has played 3 straight road games, and then now they got to go play this. They lost at home in double. Yeah, Jack traveling double OT. I like the under in this one. Both teams not incredibly fast. You got a lot. Albany 363 in the country in turnover percentage, 357 in 3-point, and 65% from the line. Yes, Colgate shooting 81% from the line. And they're going to get plenty of points here, but both teams play slow. You're traveling out of the country. You're playing in Canada. And you got to figure out these rims and sight lines. I like the under here. I think it's an ugly game. I think Colgate gets it done, but I do like an under in this one, but no bet for me.
I'll tell you a no bet for me here. Jackson State versus UL-Lafayette. Lafayette's laying 4.5 at home. Over/unders 136.5. I don't think Louisiana should be laying points against Mississippi Valley State even. Give me Jackson State plus 4.5. No bet, though. I don't want to bet this. I can't take Jackson State off a short spread this early in the season. Who knows what Jackson State team decides to show up. I know they're good, and I don't think Lafayette deserves to be laying any points even at home. So give me Jackson State plus 4.5. No bet.
Yeah, Kyle, we're up. We're grinding. We're grinding tomorrow's slate, man. And yes, Huff, Kyle doesn't believe in the island rims. He thinks it's a made up fallacy that the Maui rims aren't real. That the overs don't hit at a ridiculous rate in Maui, and we've tried telling him. He just does not believe anything about these rims.
Get your tinfoil hats on.
That's what he literally made an AI picture of us all with tinfoil hats when we talk about these rims.
I don't know. I just pick spreads and pick totals. But yeah, the overs are solid. No one gives a shit about defense this early. No one wants to kill themselves this early. It's a long season, game of attrition.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I would take Jackson State with the short spread here. I have them winning the SWAC. I think they're going to step up at some point here, and this is their kind of competition. They're not going on that world tour getting their asses beat anymore. Give me the 4.5 with Jackson State, but I'm not going to bet this. No, thank you.
Sam Houston State and Idaho in a pick'em. Over-unders 155.5.
You can get 1.5 on FanDuel, 1.5 on DraftKings. Both teams are favored on each book. So, yeah, straight pick here.
Sam Houston State just had a win against Idaho State. Idaho won by 10 against Cal State Northridge. They cannot let a Sam Houston State team just walk in to Idaho and take over the state of Idaho. That's what's up for grabs right now. The state of Idaho actually is up for grabs. And the Vandals, who took Idaho because they're Vandals, now are putting it up for grabs against a Bearcat. Get me out of here. Idaho's going to win at home. Give me Idaho money line at home. They're gonna defend this Boise MTE, and the Vandals are going to get it done against the Bearcats. Don't lose the state of Idaho.
This is a potato pride play for you, taking Idaho here. I respect that.
So you believe in the potato famine is what you're saying? You're going to go potato famine here?
No, I want to bet. I want to bet Idaho.
Then bet it.
I want to, they can shoot. They shoot free throws really well. Sam Houston can too. Both these teams are going to get points at the line. It's going to be free. Neither can really shoot outside of that. That's the other issue. And Idaho doesn't force turnovers. Sam Houston, kind of whatever they do turn it over. Idaho does a little bit too, but these teams are infuriating to me. I've never had luck backing either of them. I'll take Idaho at home. I'll ride with you. Protect the potato and win at least one of these games for the state. So Idaho on the pick. No bet for me on this one.
Respect the potato. Respect it.
I respect potatoes, man. I respect the potato. Big time.
Santa Clara is laying 3.5 against Minnesota. Over-unders 140.5. What you got in this one, Trev?
Lay it. Herb Sendek, much better team. Santa Clara gave that game away today. Excuse me. Gave that game away against St. Louis. They shot 18 to 22 at the line, but they were 6 to 25 from 3. St. Louis 12 to 19 from the free throw line, 7 to 27 from 3. On paper they should have won, and they probably should have, but St. Louis found a way. I think Sendek and company come back here, respond. They know they should have won that game. They were the better team, just couldn't get it done. And Minnesota, I'm not sold on Minnesota. Obviously, I think eventually they'll get it figured out, but this is not a spot. Santa Clara, great team, off of a loss for a game they should have won. And basically lost at the buzzer. I think they come out and just they blitz Minnesota. So give me Santa Clara and Herb Sendek laying the 3.5. I will bet this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me Santa Clara. Tough loss. I think they bounce back. This Minnesota team is lacking a sense of identity where they need to pick it up. They start Big Ten play next. IU's going to kick the shit out of that. BYU's laying 10.5 against Dayton. Over-unders 150.5. BYU has been drilling these teams, but Dayton plays with pride. This is an MTE we're talking about. I am worried about fading BYU. It has not been profitable, especially Dayton off an overtime game. But the fuck out of here. It's way too many points. Give me the Flyers. They're going to fly home and beat BYU. No soaking tomorrow.
Beating BYU tomorrow?
No, they're not beating them, but I'll take 10.5. They're not going to get kicked. They're going to get their.
They'll beat them on the spread.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate it. They did just go to overtime. BYU obviously a class above Georgetown here, but Dayton's looked all right. I mean, they got a decent amount of size, nothing crazy, but BYU gets to they get to go home after this. They get to play Cal Baptist, and then after that Miami, the game was tight today. It was within 10 majority of the game. I'm with you. I want to take Dayton. Anthony Grant's been there for a while. He's a respectable coach. He's got a culture built here. Dayton's not going to get bitched and pushed around here by BYU. Give me Dayton. I'm with you. Give me the Flyers. Let's do this. Dayton, Flyer up.
Let's go, Dayton plus 10.5. LSU's laying 11.5 against Drake. Over under is 148.5. This Drake team, I fucking hate. I don't want to bet on them. I don't know what to take with this Drake team, but I don't know why I want to bet them. It feels like a lot of points. I'll take Drake plus 11.5, but I can't bet this. Just I need to see it from them more. And Eric Henderson's squad. Talk about lacking identity. Give me Drake plus 11.5 though. No bet.
I like LSU. I know LSU has not left home. This will be a neutral for them, but Drake hasn't looked great. I mean, they beat Charleston on the road. That was impressive. But Northern Arizona, and then they beat Simpson College in Iowa and Buena Vista. Lost to SIU and Bob Morris, both at home too. I think Drake LSU's got the size and length, and McMahon. I'm higher on this LSU team than you guys. I think they're going to be pretty good. I know they've been horrendous the last couple of years, but I think they get up for this one. I think this is a little bit of line respect for Drake, just given their name. But like you said, they don't really have an identity yet. They're still figuring this out. They haven't played in a week. Neither team has, but LSU and McMahon have already built that identity and know what they want, which, it hasn't looked pretty before, but he knows what he wants. And now he's got athletes and size and actual shooters. So I'll take LSU laying 11.5. I think they end up running it up on Drake. It's a little tight, but second half, LSU just kind of wears them down and wins this game by 14 or 15.
All right, battle there maybe.
Game of the day.
Penultimate game of the day. Loyola Marymount's laying 9.5. Over under is 137.5. You said game of the day. Lead us off then, my friend.
Oh, I was just being facetious, but yeah. I mean,
I thought you were actually serious.
Moderately, but excuse me. LMU's looked pretty good this year. I will give it to them. They've looked good. They did lose to Florida Atlantic, but Ohio, they've beaten Troy. They've got some good mid-major wins here. They do have St. Louis on deck on Tuesday, but that's also at home. So they're traveling in off the MTE, got Stony Brook off of the Bethune win. But they've gone on the road. They went to Yale, lost by 8. Then they went to Pacific and got 30-pieced on a neutral here. They play incredibly slow. Both these teams do. Obviously a 137 total, but LMU, what are they? The 36th tallest team in the country. They're going to have a massive size advantage. I think they control the boards. And Stony Brook struggles to shoot. Not to mention both play incredibly slow. So when you're missing shots, you're not getting rebounds, and you're going to play at a slow pace. And LMU likes to do that too and just kill the clock. I think they're going to really struggle to put points up. So give me LMU laying it, but I do like a Stony Brook team total under. I'm not sure that's even out at all, but it'd be something I'd be. Yes, it is over under 160 or over under 63.5. Give it to me. Stony Brook under 63.5. I don't think there's enough possessions. Not to mention they can't rebound, and both teams like to play incredibly slow. So give me the Stony Brook under 63.5. I think they really struggle to sniff 55 in this game personally.
Yeah, I think don't get cute here. I think you lay it with Loyola Marymount. I foresee this going to be a 70 to 50 type of game, 70, 75 to 58, 72 to 58. And I foresee this going over. Loyola Marymount dominates Stony Brook. So, yeah, I will lay it here. I think that size advantage is a great call out, and I completely agree with you here on that cap. Final game of the night, but it's technically a Saturday game for me. Hawaii minus 16.5 against North Dakota. North Dakota's going to the island. Do they even have any idea what happens on that island?
I think they know beaches and bikinis. That's about it.
I don't think they do. Have you ever been?
Not to mention it's cold as shit in North Dakota right now.
Have you ever been to North Dakota?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Don't plan on it.
As much as I don't want to, I don't know. This seems like a big number for Hawaii, but this is on the island. I don't want to fade them. I think Hawaii can get it done. You'll see on the Pump Fake Pod tomorrow if I'm betting this or not, but I'm probably not going to bet it. Sorry.
No. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, but this is the last game of the day. So basically, yeah, when that LMU game ends, then it'll lead right into a tip-off of North Dakota and Hawaii, which is pretty sick. Hawaii been at home. They left to play Oregon to start the year. They've been at home ever since. We got North Dakota here. When they've left, they beat Western Illinois. Big win against the Leathernecks, but neutral against Coastal, they got blitzed. Creighton lost. They lost by 15. I'll give that to them. That's Creighton. They did win by 2 on Riverside, but I mean, that was that was the second time they played them. That was a revenge spot. They haven't looked great. Hawaii on the island. Hawaii's also looked pretty damn good. They got size. They got shooters. They've looked good. When's the last time they played? Monday. They played Hawaii Pacific. So it's been about a week since they played an actual D1 team, and that was Arizona State prior to the Maui. I think they come back and get this a big win here. I'll lay with them. North Dakota, it's cold as shit, snowing and getting up below freezing weather-wise. And I used to go to Hawaii and hang out on the beaches, stare at all the chicks in the bikinis doing their thing. I think Hawaii blasts them. I think North Dakota is very distracted and just happy to be out of North Dakota on this one. So give me Hawaii in the Rainbow Warriors. I think they run it up.
I don't love it, but I'll root for you. So I'm not betting this, but yeah, that is our show for the Black Friday slate. Go and get some deals. Find some deals on DraftKings, FanDuel, wherever. Find some deals everywhere. But we're always going to be free, just so you guys know. But it helps us out when you guys hit that like button. So make sure to hit that like button on this video. Appreciate all you guys in the chat, what you guys comment. All that stuff helps us. It goes a long way. And when we give out picks for free, sometimes it's very nice to get that in return. So drop a like button for us. If you like the picks, I would. 9-4 today, solid showing. I
finished up 0.38 units, so that's 6 days in a row positive for basketball. It's not pretty, but it's honest work. We'll
6 days positive in a row is very pretty to me. And my motto: stacking small Big Macs all season leads to a massive Big Mac at the end of the season. Don't buy into that shrinkflation bullshit. Anyway. Rhythm, we got Rhythm plays under 170.5, Cleveland State, Missouri. And also, Trevor, we liked Richmond, I believe, against Charlotte. They got Richmond -6.5. The line's already gone down. So we're going to add that for Rhythm as well. Richmond -6.5. So we got some early plays in the day for our Rhythm POD versus the last game of the night like we had tonight, which cashed over 159.5 in the Oklahoma State Northwestern game. Hit with ease. Make sure to use Rhythm. It's easy. Just use your phone. Tells you their favorite plays. Doesn't matter the sport. They got football, basketball, baseball, you name it. Tons of model. And we will be having maybe a Rhythm employee on the show next week, kind of giving us an under the hood look before we dive into our picks one of these days. So, yes, I'm at Michael_Huffer3. He's at Stooley Picks. We got at @I'm_money as well. Make sure to follow us on the Pump Fake Pod Twitter, at Pump Fake Pod. Pick sheet is posted on the description of the video and also pinned to the Twitter. I have to get up in like 3.5, 4 hours. So I got an errand to run in the morning. Got to take some people to the airport. So I'll be up early. Make sure to I'll be getting my picks in during that time so I can get some shut-eyes. So peace and love. Check the picks page. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. You guys are the realest chat, best community in the world. Appreciate all you guys. Trevor, any final thoughts of what you guys are thankful for, or any final thanks before tomorrow's slate?
No, just the usual. Thankful for everything I got and being able to do this. It's fun. I mean, sitting here talking to everybody about hoops, just being absolute dumbasses is a blast. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I'm thoroughly going to enjoy, not to rub it in your face, tomorrow is my sleep-in day. I'm going to get at least 7 hours of sleep. It's going to be fucking amazing. Beats my 4 hour per usual. So almost doubling up. I'm going to be a whole new man tomorrow. and then I get to clean the whole park.
This podcast, we're on like a Trump sleep schedule with the podcast, running 3-4 hour sleeps. I mean, good God, it's a lot. But yeah, this is what we do. We love college basketball. We try to find in between the lines, and that's what we love. We try to beat the line. Sometimes we don't. Most times we do.
Hey, we went positive today, and we missed. I don't know what they were last night, but missed those openers. So still positive. That was that's impressive. The line moves 2 points. You can get middle.
30 units in under 30 days. They're writing about it in the Forbes under 30. I hear D-Gen's 30 under 30, a 30 for 30. This is what we do. We constantly live out trying to weed out the good, the bad, and on massive slates. And 30 units. I can't believe it. Fade me in December potentially. No, I'm kidding. But we're gonna continue riding the highs, and appreciate all you guys in the chat. We're gonna leave you with this. Peace and love, everybody.
It amazes you, then you don't know anything about basketball. You're illuminating your relative lack of knowledge of the game with a statement like that. Basketball has been full of that kind of thing. You have a team that plays a little bit better today than maybe it normally plays, and a team that doesn't play quite as well as it's capable of playing, and you get a big differential in a score. Next time the two teams play, maybe the team that played real well doesn't play quite as well. The other team plays a little bit better. Just a reversal of the first time. I don't think the home court has anything to do with it. I think that you get.
Thanks, everyone. Peace.